Lately, this toilet has been leaking water and leaving a wet spot on the floor down there where that washcloth is. So today we're going to show you how to find the leak and fix it. The first obvious place to look is around your water on-off valve. So just feeling around the valve here, it feels dry, there's nothing wet here, and where it goes into the toilet tank here, it's also dry. So that tells me that that is not leaking. The next thing you can do is just flush your toilet and try to figure out where the drips are coming from. If you can see that, all right, so the water has started to drip there and it's leaving a trail. I'm just gonna follow it up. It goes above the handle. It's actually coming from underneath the lid here. That tells me that the water fill valve is probably bad or a seal in there is bad. Let's take off the lid and have a closer look. What's likely happening is as the water fills up in this tank, it comes up in through the fill valve here, and there's supposed to be a seal inside of this housing here, and it's probably leaking past and water is just blasting straight up. The water hits the underneath side of the lid and then it runs out and drips out there. I will show you the leak in action now with the lid off. I'll flush it. As that ball float goes down, it's going to try to start filling up water. Because this is leaking, it's just going to blast water out through that lid, kind of all over the place. See that? That is where my leak is coming from. Now let's go ahead and fix this. I've gone ahead and turned off the water at the wall there. You can get an entire new fill valve assembly. I'll put a link to one in the description. I do have an old one already removed that I can show you how it looks like here, removed. You got the ball float, the fill valve assembly. It just sticks through the tank. It's where your water line goes in. And a little plastic nut is all that holds it onto the tank here. They do make replacement parts for these fill valve assemblies. For example, for mine, I was able to get this little kit that comes with a new O-ring and a new plunger seal. So we're gonna go ahead and take this fill valve cap off and replace those parts, and it should fix our leak. This little cap, the blue cap on my fill valve, it just unscrews, you just unscrew it partially and it'll come off. Before you can unscrew it, you have to pull this little red pin out. This little plastic pin keeps it from getting loose. And now make sure your water's off again and just unscrew the lid here and it should lift off. Easy enough, huh? Now in your fill valve, you'll have your old plunger assembly here and your little O-ring. And this is probably what needs replaced to prevent it from leaking. So like I said before, I've got a little kit that fits my fill valve. I'll put a link to this down in the description. All right, so here's my new one here. Just goes right in there. And then a new O-ring, put that in the groove. We should be able to put this cap back on. That's it. Once the cap's back on, you can put your little red pin back in. That kit did come with a new one just in case you need it. But that's it. Now I'm going to turn my water back on and it should start filling up with water. Okay, I did a test flush and now the water is filling up like it should. The water is no longer spraying out of that fill valve and it's not leaking outside the tank. So that should have fixed our problem. All right, we've replaced this old plunger, seal, and O-ring, and now our toilet is fixed and it no longer leaks. So as always, thanks for watching the Repair Nut. Hopefully this video helped you guys out and gave you some confidence to fix your own problems like this. Give me a thumbs up and follow for more useful videos. Here's a few more videos I think you guys might like.